This is The Leftovers by Tom Perrotta, and I never have ever heard of this book ever until my coworker told me about it. Apparently this is also a show, and he's obsessed with the show, so he told me that I should read the book. And he told me if I bought the book, then he would buy it off of me after I read it. And so now we're here. So really, this would not ever happen without my coworker. You know who you are. I know you're watching this video because probably I sent you the link to it. But anyway, we are going to be reading The Leftovers, and as you can see by my tabs, I am already started with it. I'm 13% of the way through, and I have no idea how I feel. This book, for those of you who were like me and had no idea that this book even existed, you don't know anything about this book, let me just give you some background information. Basically, this is a contemporary, so it's more like a modern day story of what would have happened if 2% of the world population just disappeared, like evaporated into thin air, kind of like the rapture for those of you who know Bible stories. And this basically tackles how the people deal with the disappearances and yeah, basically how they deal with the disappearances. That's like it so far that I know of. It's super realistic, actually, the way that people have to go about their normal lives, but then some people are like heartbroken because they lost their friends and family, and it's like it's crazy. So we follow around Kevin, and he has 2 kids. One named Jill, she's like in her rebellious stage, she's 17 years old or whatever, and then his wife actually left him to join this cult kind of thing called the Guilty Remnant, and they kind of deal with this rapture where they are silent all the time, like they literally don't say any words, and they just protest normal daily things. Like they'll do random crap, like they'll go to a high school football game and just lie in the middle of the field and just stay there until they're forcibly removed. So I mean, I would join the Guilty Remnant, come on. We'll see as I go along. I hope it gets more interesting because right now it's kind of just like here, when I would like it to be like here, so. We'll see. Who the heck is Holy Wayne? This guy, I am so disturbed. Like the healing hug movement. This guy that can take away all of your pain when he hugs you. Sorry, I think it's kind of stupid. I mean, maybe my thoughts will change because I was just introduced to this idea, but I'm like it's weird. Like, it's not physical pain that he takes away. It's like emotional pain. And like every time he hugs you, it's like he jolts back. What? Don't know how I feel? Actually, I do know how I feel, and it's not good. Maybe I just need sleep? No, I'm pretty sure that I'm still gonna be disturbed by this when I wake up in the morning, but it's fine. 3 days later, I still have the same hairstyle. It's fine. What is this? You're not welcome here. So my original plan was to finish The Leftovers by tomorrow night so I can get this video up for you guys. But I am not even halfway yet, but I still want to finish it by tomorrow night, so you know what that means. Binge time. Let's crack down on these characters, shall we? Hold on. I need to like set this up because it's getting serious. So, first. Excuse me. So first we have Kevin. Okay, he's a politician. He has his wife. What's her name? Lori. She's the one who left him to join the cult. We have their 2 children. Jill. Then they have their oldest son, Tom. He's in college. Pretty cool guy, if you ask me. Then we have this guy, Holy Wayne, that I was ranting to you about earlier. I still don't know how I feel about him. He's weird. Tom ends up joining Holy Wayne and like traveling around with him. Because he's like, yo, Holy Wayne seems legit. But he's not. But then we also have Nora, who lost her entire family to this rapture thing. And so she just literally is depressed all the time, even 3 years later, because she doesn't know what to do. We have so many characters in this book. I can't even track them. Anyway, but that's like the breakdown of what I know so far about these people. Am I liking this book, you might ask? And the answer is yes. I am, actually, a lot. For the past couple days, every night, I just pick it up and start to read. And I end up reading way more than I originally think I'm going to have time to read. So I end up staying up until 2 a.m. or something like that, but it's fine. So I think it'll be easy to binge read the rest. Because right now, all I'm doing is like learning about the characters. Like no huge issue has arisen yet, besides the fact that, 2% of the world's population has just disappeared, there's that. But I was thinking like another conflict would come out of it, so I'm just waiting for that to arise. We'll see. Hi, I have a few minutes before I go into class, so we are going to talk about this freaking book. I read quite a lot last night. I'm 70% of the way through now, almost 80% actually. But something dawned on me because I was thinking to myself that there was something different about this book and I couldn't pinpoint what it was. It's like unlike any other book I've ever read. So I knew that already, obviously, but there was something else that was different. It's not like I don't enjoy the book, because I do. It's just that I always felt like there was something missing and I didn't know what it was, but it dawned on me because I thought to myself, okay, this book doesn't have an issue that the characters are trying to tackle. The issue is something they can't fix, and that is the fact that 2% of the people disappeared. And that happens in the beginning of the novel. It doesn't happen in like the middle, when all the suspense starts building. No, it happens in the beginning. Before you even know any of the characters, we have this issue. It's almost like the issue is the central part of the story, not necessarily the characters. It's like the characters are thrown in and we get to see different lifestyles, different ways of dealing with it, but it's this issue, it's this idea of humanity dealing with grief when you don't understand what the heck is going on. There's no answer. And I think that's why this book kind of drives people crazy, because there isn't an answer. I think this whole time I was kind of expecting something else to happen, but now that I'm 70% of the way through and it's more like all these people's lives that are changing and everything that's happening in their lives, it's not necessarily like a big issue they're trying to fix and overcome. So yes, now that I have this knowledge, and I'm so wise, I'm excited to see how it ends though, because I heard that it's very like controversial and a lot of people don't like the ending. If it has a really bad ending, it could ruin the entire book for me. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens. I have an issue. I finished this book and it just ended. It was almost like I was just reading journal entries from people. Like everything, like there's all these things that happen to them in these days, but like nothing crazy. Like, I feel like there needed to be a climax at some point, and it goes down to the ending, like a normal book. It's almost as though they literally had this storyline of all these characters, and Tom Perrotta just was like, okay, I'm gonna tell them about this part of their lives, and that's it. What? Yeah, so I don't know exactly how I feel about this book, but it's fine because I experienced it. It was an adventure. I mean, it's a good book. Like, these characters are interesting, Would I ever read it again, though? No. Now it is time to pass the baton on to my coworker, though. Andreas, I hope you like it. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I love you all. Please be safe, make good choices, and I will see you next time. Bye!